Alright, so I'm here with another video to talk about some new excuse saying that these people in Thunderdome Boxing Talk group is is coming up with. They first of all they're trying to say that Floyd's gonna need to be on steroids to win. Another one is that they're saying that Marquez, Juan Manuel Marquez has more power than Floyd, which I believe is completely false. My opinion, I believe that Marquez and Floyd have the same amount of KO power, and I'm gonna prove this to you right here, right now. And you could even do it with me if you want. Now, if you pull up Marquez's Wikipedia and you pull up Floyd's, the first thing you're gonna notice is that Floyd has fought in the States, like in all his 47 fights. Okay? If you go to Marquez, you go look at his resume, and he has a total of, let's see here, 64 fights, and Floyd only has 47. So when we're looking at the resume KO percentages, we can't count like after 47 on Marquez's resume. So let's subtract the 5 KOs after 47. So we're down to, and so what I said that there's 40 KOs. We're gonna subtract 5. There's 35 KOs. Now look at his beginning. He fought in Mexico. He had 5 KOs in Mexico. We subtract those because we're not counting the Mexico City, like we're not counting anything that happened in Mexico, because I believe that people, his fights in Mexico were pure bums, and they're not legit fighters, because in America they're more established. That's why he had to go in United States to get those fights, to make himself known in America. Now I'm left with 30 KOs. Okay, and Floyd has 26. Let's subtract that last one with fucking what's his name, uh Victor Ortiz, because y'all call that a cheap shot. So 25. So 25 and 30. He only has 5 extra KOs than Floyd, which means that I bet any money that the 5 extra fighters that he has KO'd in his professional career were bums. You know what I'm saying? And I bet any money if Floyd fought these guys that he would KO them too. Okay, I'm not gonna go and name these fighters because half of them are nobodies. You never heard of these fighters. We never heard of Marquez until he fought Floyd Mayweather. Actually, we haven't heard of him since he started losing to Pacquiao, losing because they've been fighting so many times. We only heard of him since he fought um, Pacquiao, and all his fights with Pacquiao were controversial. You know what I'm saying? Except the last one where he KO'd Pacquiao. Okay, all right. The other excuse that I want to talk about is what they said on this article. This guy named I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't want to put him on blast. But anyways, he's addressing Anthony, the owner of the Thunderdome Boxing. That's his real name. He's like, dude, you're on point with your predicting team Pacquiao strategies. You said he would cut off the ring intelligently, not stay in the pocket for too long, and go out of Floyd's range once after Pac is done. Attacking even before Roach said this interview. Props. A very good read on the tactics of Pat Kemp. I think they're going with the right game plan. So I addressed that and I commented saying, all right, so let me go up to the top because I gotta go look at what I said. I'm like, so by me reading what he just read to posted, I was like, they need to overwhelm Floyd, because if they're not gonna outbox Floyd, first of all, and them saying that they're going to be intelligent tells me that they're going to try to outbox the smartest boxer in the world. this is gonna be an easy UD, aka ass beating, since they don't want to be reckless and score a KO. And I like even like reading that, like I believe, and everyone else believes too, that Pacquiao has to be a reckless, dirty fighter. Like for example, like he needs to look at how Marcus Maidana fought Floyd, because Marcus Maidana was very dirty. If he wasn't successful, Floyd wouldn't have rematched Marcus Maidana, because his strategy was really close to beating Floyd's, and that was because he was a dirty fighter, and Pacquiao is not a dirty fighter. If Pacquiao fights dirty in his next fight and reckless, he has a chance. Meaning, I believe that, and if he does that, that's like a suicide for him too. Like if and it's dumb actually. If he's gonna do that shit that he did with Marquez, acting suicidal, reckless, you know what I'm saying? Floyd's gonna drop his ass like Marquez. Worse that he's a counterpuncher, just like Marquez. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it like that. Now, another excuse that they're saying is that Chop Chop Corley in interview. If you go look at Thunderdome Boxing's YouTube, you can see it. It was an old interview where Chop Chop Corley was like, "Oh, Mayweather doesn't want none of this Pacquiao, because Pacquiao just ended." That was when Pacquiao just came off his last fight with Mosley, and Mosley is old. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Mosley, I could tell it was like a sparring session between him and Pacquiao. He didn't even want to. He just wanted to fight Pacquiao for I think for cash. You know what I'm saying? And if you go look at like interviews with Shane Mosley, he believes that Floyd is more intelligent than Pacquiao, because he said he was catching Pacquiao and he couldn't catch Floyd clean, and he was catching Pacquiao clean, and he's not even a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? For him to admit that, it's really something. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta show you the interview. You can find that shit yourself, because he says it himself in all his interviews. Most of his interviews, he be saying it actually. All right. Now, Chop Chop Corley, okay, he said that um Floyd has no power, right? Okay. Now that's kind of ridiculous for him to say in his old interview, because when he fought Floyd, Floyd dropped him in his fight, and that was even at 147. You know what I'm saying? So how could he forget? You know what I'm saying? Now another in his recent interview, he said, "Oh, Pacquiao's off steroids now, and they're being tested, so it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be an easy fight. All right. So in in the pactard's head, they shouldn't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already saying that like Floyd's gonna be on steroids because he has Alex Ariza. So they're basically alluding to saying that since Alex Ariza left Pacquiao's camp, Pacquiao is not on steroids. Floyd's on steroids. So they think that Floyd's gonna have power, which makes no sense to me, because Floyd been had power. If you've been watching his fights, he always, if he didn't have if he didn't have power, people will walk through his punches. You know what I'm saying? Like straight walk through his punches. Like Canelo has power, and he didn't walk through. He didn't walk through Floyd. How does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? All right. I have to get that off my chest. If there's anything else I gotta address here, looking through the comments. But yeah, I don't got anything else to address. If there's anything else that I need to address, I'm gonna come on YouTube and spit it out, cause and these people on the groups be irritating me, man. Like I'm sitting here looking at the comments, and I can't even like just hold it in. I gotta say something, so I had to address it for the YouTube community. If I want you guys to like tell me your opinion, because I know I'm not the only one that thinks this way. Seriously, like you gotta have like you gotta be like truthful with yourself, and I try to give Pacquiao the benefit of the doubt all the time in my head, to say, okay, Pacquiao can do this. Like, I think that Pacquiao has an awkward style that may trouble Floyd in the beginning, but after that, it's gonna be over when Floyd figures him out. And he's gonna figure him out easy because he's a way smarter fighter than Marquez. Marquez had to fight Pacquiao 3 times to figure Pacquiao out because he's not so smart up there. But Floyd's gonna figure him out like after the 3rd round. You see how smart he is? 3 fights, 3 rounds. And watch how my prediction is gonna be so on point. So Pacquiao's gonna only win 3 rounds on Floyd, and if he doesn't knock out Floyd doesn't knock out Pacquiao, he's gonna win all the other rounds after 3. So stop this video now. If you have any comments, leave it and subscribe.